Hey guys, how's it going? So today I am going to do a first impression let's play review of a game called Timber. I might also do another review right after this one of another game from the same developer. I don't know, we will see how long this review takes. If I bring the review to a conclusion very quickly, then we will immediately jump over to the other game. But in any way, the game's name is Timber. It costs $4 on Steam. The developer sent me a code for the game, and today we are going to check it out. I'm gonna be playing the game for an hour or so until I am confident that I can give you my opinion on the game. If you are in a hurry and you don't want to watch the full video, then you can just skip to the last 10 minutes or so of the video. I will put a timestamp in the description below, and you can just jump to that timestamp if you want to, in order to hear my final opinion on the game. Otherwise, you can just stay tuned and I will be playing through the game, and I will be giving you my running commentary as I play through the game today, and I will be telling what I think is good and bad about the game as I play through the game. So obviously, with the game costing $4 and with it coming from a solo developer, we might not be expecting a whole bunch from this game, but honestly, if the game is from a solo developer, doesn't matter if it costs $4 or $40, it has to be worth the asking price. But $4 is a small amount of money, so honestly, this game doesn't have to do a massive amount in order to get my recommendation today. So we will see how it goes. But my expectations are not too high, simply because I said, like, it's a $4 game and it's coming from a solo developer. So when we look at the settings, very basic. You can change the music, the audio, VSync, FPS limit, graphics, low, medium, high, and then you can change your language. So very basic. You cannot change the display options, so there's no display options for like resolution or full screen or windowed mode or anything like that. So that's pretty bad. You cannot change any display options or your resolution at all. That's obviously something that needs to be in any game. Doesn't matter if it's from a solo developer or whether it is a free game even. You need to be able to change the resolution of a game and choose whether or not you want to play it on full screen. So yeah, not fantastic, but yeah. Anyway, let's jump into the game. Welcome to Timberland. WASD to move, F to open the resource panel, left click to interact. Use the bottom bar to place farms, factories, and decorations. So that's that over there. At the top of the screen is the level bar. Each level comes with rewards. There are plots of land for sale that can be bought for expansion. The trains will be unlocked at level 2, and it will arrive with orders for resources. The train station will be unlocked at level 5 and can be used to go to the city. Okay, so I'm assuming we start with this. I don't know if placement really matters. How many can I build? Where's my money? Like, I don't see any money. This costs 500. But I don't see any money anywhere. Can you rotate stuff? Oh yes, you can rotate with the R button. So that's something that the tutorial didn't even tell me. Press R to rotate. Okay, so what do you... Like, where's my money? I don't even see money. Let me press exit. F. Oh, coins over there. 8,000. Okay. Let's continue building these then, I guess. How many can you get in like this? Yeah, so that works out better with the space. So is this like an idle game? I'm really not even sure what type of game this is. I really just got the key from the developer. I honestly did not even check out the Steam page very much. Didn't check the gameplay or anything like that. So I'm not even sure what type of game this is, but it looks like a idle game. Which is fine. I do play some idle games, even though out of the probably 30 or more idle games that I have ever played, I would probably recommend less than 3 of them, to be honest. Like, idle games overall are pretty terrible. Especially those that are free to play. And those that are free to play, unfortunately, are always pay to win. Even though this is just $4, so it shouldn't be free to play. Well, it shouldn't be pay to win. So, how do you get money? Because I have 1,000 coins. I guess I need to wait until level 2, and then at level 2 we might be able to start selling our logs or something like that, maybe. You also can't increase the speed of the game, so you can't play the game at ×1, ×2, ×3, ×4, anything like that. You can't zoom in or out at all. I'm trying to zoom in and out, but you can't zoom in and out. Oh, you can level up. You click on a farm and then you can level it up. That's something that the starting tooltips didn't tell you. It's not even a tutorial, it's just that starting tooltip screen at the beginning. So a couple of things were omitted completely from that starting tooltip screen, like the fact that you can level stuff up and like the fact that you can rotate a building. So I think the developer definitely needs to add that to that starting tooltip screen. Like, I don't mind the fact that the game doesn't have a tutorial, you know, this game seems very basic, so it doesn't necessarily need a tutorial. But you need to then, in lieu of having a tutorial, you need to explain everything possible to the player. Okay, wood logs. So what do we do? Accept order. Oh, okay, so you just click on accept order and then it takes your wood logs. Okay. Like, the fact that you aren't told that you can rotate buildings, the fact that you aren't told you can level up buildings, all of that kind of stuff is unacceptable to not include. I mean, literally, you should just include it in that starting screen, you know, the starting tooltip screen. Because it's pretty important. Clicking on a building and being able to level it up is pretty important. Being able to rotate buildings is also really important. I mean, I figured it out on my own just by pressing R because like I say, I'm what I would consider a non-novice gamer. You know, I've played a shitload of games, so I just press any key on the keyboard that would normally be logical. But someone who has never played these types of games will not know how to rotate a building. So when does the next train come? Does it come every minute or what? There's no cooldown. Well, there's no countdown for the train, so I don't know when the train comes. 82 wood logs. That was a very small order. So if you level it up, what actually changes? Let's see. So the growth time is increased by 1. Well, decreased by 1. The break time is decreased by 1. The amount of stones is increased by 1. The experience is doubled. So it's overall not too bad. And then with these ones, oh, you get an extra log just for leveling up. That's actually very good. I wish there was a way to just level up a building without having to click over there. Not very efficient having to click on every building. Like if there was some kind of a shortcut key, that would be nice. Even if you could click and drag, like clicking and dragging should be something that you can do, you know. To click and drag to select a bunch of buildings to upgrade all of your buildings at once, you know. That's definitely something that needs to be available in the game. Because this is a little bit ridiculous. The fact that you have to click on each and every one and then go over there, like that's really inefficient. So I've upgraded all of my tree places twice and the stone places once. At level 5 we unlock the train station. So that's pretty soon. Train station unlocked. Take, I'm assuming that's take the train to the city. Okay, I don't know what that will do, but okay, let's take it. This is the place to build houses, hotels, museums, and much more. These buildings generate passive income depending on their type. In the city, there are 3 important places. Trading market to sell resources, upgrades building, buy upgrades for the farms, factories, and train, and then stocks building coming in the future update. Okay, so the stocks building is not in the game currently. upgrades. Wow, that's really expensive. So the train, I can't see the train now. Take the train back. Does it cost money every time to do that? Yeah, it costs money every time to come to the city, so that is irritating. Holy crap, these things cost a lot of money. Okay, so how do you build? 250 coins per minute. Is that actually worth it? And let's wait until we get another one. It will be nice if you can generate coins through this, because the train only comes periodically and it's not super reliable to generate coins. But with this, you will get a set amount of coins every minute. So this is a much more reliable source of income than the trains. It's stupid that you can only open the trading building between a certain time. I don't like that. Oh, and you have to click on the coins. What bullshit is that? Why do you have to click on the coin? That's really stupid. That makes the game immediately feel like a mobile game, you know. That is not good. I don't like mobile game bullshit. Now let's take the train back. Let's first wait for the coin to see if the coin will be automatically collected. So there's the coin. I have 330 coins, so let's take the train back and see if the coin is ever automatically collected. If it is not automatically connected, then it's clearly a form of mobile game bullshit. Oh, the coin still has not been collected. I would also like a little bit of a definition on what the buildings do. Like, what does this wood factory do? What does a stone factory do, you know? Yeah, I still have not gotten the coins, so now what you're basically forced to do is to spend 100 coins to go to the city in order to collect your coins. I just do not like that mechanic. let's save for a wood factory. And now I have to come over here and then collect my coins. That's really stupid. I don't like that mechanic in the slightest. That's some real mobile game bullshit mechanics right there. Yeah, like it really just seems like this game is a idle game, and like I said, I don't mind idle games. There are some idle games that I actually enjoy. If I look at my Steam library over here, let me do a search quickly. And then let me also just show you guys over here. So if I do a search here for idle, this game is bad, wouldn't recommend this game. Luton is actually one of the best mobile well, not mobile games, idle games that I've ever played. Like, it is a really good idle game. The only issue that I have with this game, and I say it in my review over here, if you want to read my review, you can see I have 90 hours in the game. But the thing about this game is the fact that it's a really good idle game, but the biggest issue and the reason why I can't really recommend the game is because you have parties. You have multiple parties. So there's 1 party, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 5 is the maximum. And it just really spoils the game, in my opinion. The fact that you have to manage 5 different parties in the game really spoils the game for me. If you could have had only 1 party, I would have really said that this is the best idle game that I've ever played. If you only had 1 party, honestly, it would be the best idle game that I've ever played. But unfortunately, you have to do way too much micromanaging with 5 different parties, and that's why I can't recommend this game. It's just too much going on. You have to manage the equipment and the potions and the skills and everything of 5 different parties. It's just not enjoyable. If it was 1 party, I would completely have said this is the best idle game that I've ever played. So there's that game. Then there is Idle Hero, which is a piece of shit. Bard Idle, which I actually said in my review over here, is very pay to win. So already I would not recommend any pay to win game, but you can read my review over there if you want to. Cycle Idle RPG is pay to win, so I would not recommend that one. Firestone Online Idle RPG, did I review this one? Yes, I did review it. It's massively pay to win, so I would not recommend that one. Tap Ninja is another idle game. Would not recommend that one because it's pay to win once again. Soda Dungeon as well is pay to win as far as I can remember. You can read my review over here on my curator. There's the link to my curator page, or you can just go onto my actual Steam page, my Steam profile, and read all of these if you want to. Basically, The game pauses when it loses focus, which honestly cannot be called an idler. If the game pauses when you alt tab to something else, that is not an idler. It's the definition of not being an idler, because you cannot let it idle while doing something else. So that's already one reason why I wouldn't recommend the game, because it's not an idle game. Idle Wizard I also played. Not very good, honestly. It lacks a couple of things. Unmanned Space Idol I also played. Cannot recommend this game. You can see that I got bored of the game after 45 minutes. Mr. Mine, not a good idle game. Got bored of it after an hour. Dragon Cliff actually is, or well, it could be a good idle game. It could definitely have been, but the issue is that it's not being developed anymore at all. So you can see my review over here. It's not a bad idle game, but it's very short. You only get about 5 hours of actual gameplay out of it, and it's not being developed anymore. So I really cannot recommend a game that costs $10 and that you only get 5 hours of gameplay out of it, and it's not being developed anymore, so it will never get more than 5 hours. So it's a good game, but not worth $10. And then of course there's Idle Champions. I have played a lot of Idle Champions on the Steam version and on the Epic Games version. I've also purchased a lot of the different DLCs, as you can see over here. So I have invested money in the game, but the game is very pay to win. It's very pay to win. So I would not recommend the game simply because it is so pay to win. A single euro costs $10, which is absolute insanity. Then there's this one. I don't know if this one has been updated. Oh, it has been updated recently. So I haven't played this game for 2 years, so perhaps I should check this game out again. But yeah, it didn't get my recommendation when I reviewed it like 2 years ago. Grim Clicker, not a good game, massively pay to win. Realm Grinder, not a good game. You can see it also did not get my recommendation. So honestly, out of all of these idlers that I played, like I said, I've played probably 30 idlers, but some of the idlers I just remove from my Steam library. So you just click on it, you right click, and you say remove from account. I do that with a lot of idlers because, as I said, the majority of idlers are free to play. So you can just add them to your account and play them. But therein lies the problem. The majority of them are free to play, but also pay to win. Like easily 90% of them are pay to win. There are some of them like Dragon Cliff that you pay $10 for, but then it's simply not a good game. So, yeah, it's difficult to find a good idler. There honestly is not a single idler that I can recommend, that I can say, yeah, it's a good game. Honestly, out of all of these, there's not a single one that I would recommend. And unfortunately, as I say, therein lies the problem. If it's an idler, it's probably gonna be free to play and pay to win. There's not a single free to play idler that I have found that is not pay to win. Now, Timber costs $4, and as I said, the game doesn't need to do a whole lot to impress me to get my recommendation. But already we can see here's an issue. The game has now been paused. So why does the game pause when you level up? That means that it's not an idler. You can see there. the game has been paused this entire time. So why does the game get paused if it's supposed to be an idler? The entire definition of the game is that you're supposed to sit around and wait for gold to come in, for resources to be generated, all of that kind of stuff. If the game is gonna get paused for any reason, like when you level up or any reason, that makes the game not be an idler anymore, because you cannot idle the game. So the game is not an idler. By definition, this game cannot be played as an idler because the game pauses itself. So I cannot recommend the game purely based on that fact. The game should be an idler. You should be able to just drag the game over to another window and play the game passively, you know, while you're doing other things. But you cannot even do that, because firstly, you cannot even drag the game to another window, because you cannot make the game into a window. Unless you force the game into a window by pressing Alt and Enter, there is no way to tell the game to go into a window. Oh, here we get resolution. Why do we get resolution over here, but not resolution in the main menu? That's weird. But you still cannot change the display options, so you cannot tell the game to be full screen or windowed or anything like that. So that's not good. Also, like I said, the game pauses, which makes the game not be an idler by definition. And then there are a couple of shitty mobile game mechanics, like the fact that you have to pay 100 every time to go to the city, and only then can you collect your coins over here, which is really fucking stupid. And then you have to go back. Like, it's just really stupid. The train is not a reliable source of income. You get a little bit of income from it every now and then. You have to click on accept order, otherwise you don't get anything. The train should be automatic. Because this game wants to be an idler game, the train should be on the automatic, but it is not automatic. So once again, that's another mechanic which makes this game not be an idler. By definition, this game cannot be considered an idler because it doesn't behave like an idler. So that's another issue. Yeah, honestly, there's a couple of things that a developer can do to make this game into an idler, and therefore perhaps make it a good idler. Like this mobile game bullshit over here, clicking on the coins, needs to be removed. The coins need to be automatic. You need to be able to access the trading center anytime you want. Literally anytime you want. Here, when you click on the plus and hold, nothing happens. So you cannot change that number over there. I'm clicking on it and you literally cannot change that number over there. Which means you have to click. So I have like 3,400 wood logs right now. So I need to click over here 3,400 times in order to sell my wood logs. That is fucking insanity. So that definitely needs to be changed. The fact that you cannot access the trading center between certain times needs to be changed. The train needs to be made automatic. The game needs to have a better tutorial. That starting tutorial pop-up that you get needs to be better. It needs to explain the leveling up mechanic and all of that kind of stuff. And then, like I said, you need to be able to change your display to windowed or full screen, because that is a requirement for an idle game. So yeah, I cannot recommend this game. The developer can turn it into a workable idler game. If all of the things that I just mentioned were implemented into the game, I would totally be able to recommend this game for $4. Absolutely. But with all of those things not being in the game, there's just no way how I can do that. There's no way how I can recommend this game with all of these current issues. Coal required. Where the hell do I even get coal? Is it from ore? I have no idea. Why isn't this automatic? You see, all of the stuff should be automatic. It should automatically start to make the logs if you have coal. You shouldn't have to click over here and then press start factory. That should not be required. So yeah, honestly, I can't recommend this game. It can be made into a workable idler game that is worth $4, but right now I wouldn't play this game at all. Like, even if the game was free, even if it was a free idler game, I would not recommend the game just because of all of the issues that I mentioned. So yeah, that's my opinion of the game. I will check the game out again in the future at some point if I see that the game has received updates, but currently, as I say, there's just no way how I can recommend the game. So yeah, I think I'm gonna leave this video as is, and then I will create a separate review video for the other game that the developer also has made, which is Deep Down. This is another game that the developer also made, so I will check that game out, but I will do that in a separate video. So yeah guys, that is pretty much it. That is a nice quick review of the game. Thanks to the developer for sending me a key. I hope the developer can implement some of the things that I said in order to hopefully improve the game. And yeah, in the future, if you want to see more content from me, you can support me on patreon.com/LFP. It directly allows me to buy more games and to do more reviews for you guys. So yeah guys, that is pretty much it. Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.